Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Can y'all hear me? Okay. If he wants the mic, let him go, because my story's a long story. So like he'll be waiting forever. So go ahead and take the mic and say what you want to say, and then when you're done, I'll tell you my story. Because I used to be Shiite. So you're gonna be like, what? Why? How come? And I'm gonna have to explain all that. So go ahead and say what you want to say, and then I'll talk after you. Okay, assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Okay, so every 3 hours you can give me the mic, every 3 hours, and I translated what you speak during this 3 hours, okay? Okay, the mic with you. Every 10 minutes or every 5 minutes you can give me the mic, okay? If it's not big, that long, because I have prayer after 5 hours, okay? The mic with you. Take the mic.
Okay, he wants you to translate what I already said. So translate that. Go ahead. Assalamu alaikum.
اوكي اخي صولو بيترجم ما شاء الله. بصوا يا اخوان، اعملوا هدوا التكست. صولو ما شاء الله كويس جدا في الترجمة، يعني هنا خلي هي تتحدث وصولو على قد ما يقدر يترجم، والحاجة اللي تفوته عشان هي بتتكلم بسرعة احاول اترجمها ان شاء الله. There's someone translating a text, sister. He's Solo. Okay. لا انت ما شاء الله عليك، ربنا يعزك يا اخي. هي بس بتقول انها كانت مسيحية وانتقلت الاسلام، ولكن مع الاسف اخونا ماشي يوضح لها مشكلة. ماشي يا اخي جزاك الله خيرا. هي كانت مسيحية وانتقلت الى طائفة الشيعية. طبعا الشيعية نحن نؤمن بان يعني 99.9% من الشيعة هم غير مسلمين كما قال اهل العلم. فمايك with you sister Limon. Okay, and ده اخ مسلم. طيب the mic with you sister Limon. Keep on please, take the mic.
Okay, assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I've been Muslim 17 years, alhamdulillah. Take notes. I've been Muslim 17 years. The way I learned about Islam was I was going to college, and I had some friends in classes that were Muslim, but at the time I didn't know anything about Islam, nothing. And when they tried to tell me about Islam, I told them, you don't believe in Jesus? And they were like, yes we do. And I'm like, no you don't. And they're like, yes we do. And I'm like, no you don't. So at the same time I was going to a unity church, which is a church that kind of like, it's more spiritual, you know, like feel good, you know, like say and do things to make yourself feel good as a human type church. And I had a t-shirt that I bought from there that said there's only one God and there's only one world. And then it had the picture of the earth on it, and around the earth it said, my name is Jehovah, my name is Allah. And so when I went back to school and I had the shirt on, my Muslim friends were like, oh my God, you're Muslim. And I'm like, no I'm not. And they're like, yes you are, your shirt says so. And I'm like, no it doesn't. And they're like, yes it does. And I'm like, no it doesn't. So it became a point that every time these people would see me in college, they would harass me. You know, they're like, are you Muslim yet? I'd be like, no, I'm not. You're crazy. Get away from me, you crazy Muslim. So I decided that I would go and buy a Quran, because I figured the only way to fight with these people, debate with them, was I would buy a Quran, I would read it, and then, you know, I would be able to tell them that it was an evil book, that it was from the shaitan, astaghfirullah, and that I knew I was going to get this book and it was going to have all these evil things in it. And this was my intention. So I went to the bookstore, and I didn't know anybody. I was taking Arabic in school, and I asked my teacher, where can I get a Quran? and where can I learn about Islam? And he said, I have world religion classes. You can come to them. I'm like, no, I want to go to a church, I didn't know they were called masjids. So I said, I want to go to the church to learn, and he's like, call some people. I said, okay. So first I went to the bookstore. I told the guy, okay, I need a Quran. The guy's like, well, we only have one. And I'm like, okay, well, how much is it? And he's like, it's $55. And I'm like, $55? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, okay, well, I'll buy it. So I bought this Quran. I did not know I could have got one for free. I did not know what a masjid was. I didn't know anybody at the time. So I took the Quran home. I started reading it, and I called around, and I found 2 masjids. You are the person. Okay. So I called around, and the first masjid that I called was a Sunni masjid, and they didn't speak English. Yeah, $55 is a lot of money in the United States, especially for a book. I mean, maybe for something else, but for a book, that's a lot of money. The Qurans in the USA sell for $12, maybe $18 at the most. I paid $55 for one, okay? Because I didn't know nothing, right? Yeah, you can get them for free. But I didn't know this. I didn't know nobody. I didn't know nothing, okay? So I was doing this by myself, right? And so the first masjid I called, they spoke only Arabic. And I got scared, and I just hung up the phone. I said, oh, my God, what are they saying? And because the only Arabs I had ever known, I had seen, I live in Michigan, and if you go to Dearborn, there's lots of Arabs. But if you're not an Arab, they look really mean. They don't smile. They're not kind. So when I called the masjid and they didn't speak English, I just hung up. So the next place I called, I asked them, can I, do you have any classes? You're in Grand Rapids. There's not much in Grand Rapids. Very small community. So I said to them, do you have any classes? And the guy said, well, how old are you? And at the time I said, I'm 26. And he's like, are you single or married?